So having that vivid understanding of the direction you're heading is so powerful. And also knowing that you're allowed to change your mind at any moment.
Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, or if you're brand new, welcome! My name's Lucy, and on this channel I share all kinds of things about personal development, spirituality, and how to become the best version of you. Speaking of the best version of people, I've got one of the best YouTubers in the world of law of attraction and spirituality as a very special guest on today's video. So please say hello to Annie!
Hello.
Hi, Annie!
Hi! Oh my gosh, that intro. I feel honored to have that title.
Great to have you back on the channel.
Yes.
We did a collaboration a couple of weeks back. For those of you who didn't see, it's up here and down there. I had so much fun creating that last video with you, and I think our audiences liked it as well. And so it's really exciting to have you on today talking to us about how you use some very powerful manifestation techniques, visualization and scripting in particular, to manifest so many things into your life. So if you could tell us a little bit about why this is so successful for you, and you know, maybe what would be great is by the end of this video, if the people tuned in could feel more confident than ever before that when they use these scripting techniques and visualization techniques after what they've heard you share, it's going to be even more powerful than ever.
Absolutely, yes. So as we expressed in our last collaborations, it's really about the tools that you get excited about and you resonate most with. And for me, those two most powerful tools that get me excited, it's definitely scripting and visualization, hands down. And I always say to my audience, like, I know everyone around here loves scripting, but I think people are sleeping on using visualization as well, because that's one of my favorite things, maybe even above scripting. Just gonna say that, just gonna put that out there.
Whoa,
that's a bold
putting
statement.
it out there.
Yes, and I like them both because they both are ways of me to just really put myself in the energy of the things that I'm manifesting. They both really immerse myself in the experience, and I like scripting because for me, my personal strategy is I love mornings. Morning routines are my favorite. I'm most drawn to that area in my current life always. Just it's really sacred time for me. So what I like to do when I script is I envision that next level life, and I script about what mornings in that next level life look like, because I'm so already like emotionally drawn to, again, my mornings currently. So think of just how much better they'll even be in that future life. So I would definitely recommend whatever piece of your life you're already loving so much, envision that in the future, like how much more energy that's going to bring to it. So again, mornings, amazing. So that morning in that future, so good. So like, what does that future home look like? What does your future relationship look like? And maybe you're already in a relationship, but how much better is that current relationship? How are your relationships with your friends and your family? What is your job? All of these details I just love to explore. And so I love to script. And I actually combine that with visualization. So usually I'll start out with visualization actually, and I'll sit there and I'll do my visualization and really dive into all of these details. And then after I have that picture in my mind so vivid, then I pretty much script about what I visualize. So then it just amplifies that even more. So again, it's usually like the morning, that morning routine, what that looks like in my future life. Some people struggle with visualization. I know some people have a hard time visualizing. And I say this all the time. I think some people get confused, like, visualization is supposed to be a psychic moment where it's like, that's so Raven, I'm seeing the future, I'm astro traveling there, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, some people can do that, and that's amazing. That's like a super powerful visualization, but it doesn't have to be like that. That's not the point of it. It's just using your mind and your imagination to paint that picture. I always like to say, you can imagine past moments, right? Like if I tell you to think about your grandmother's house, what does that look like? You can think of what your grandmother's house looks like and imagine all of the details, right? So it's just like that, except we're using our imagination to visualize the future. Or if I say, like, think of a river. You know what a river looks like. Even with your eyes open, you can picture a river right now. Imagine a tree. You can picture a tree. Imagine a bird. Like, you're seeing these things. There's a memory, there's an understanding of it. So that is visualization. You're using your imagination to visualize those things. So one thing to do to practice strengthening your visualization is, again, start by remembering happy moments from your past. Paint those pictures, strengthen that ability to bring those images into your mind. So think of some of the best moments you've had in your life, like how great they felt. Imagine all the details, like in your mind with your eyes closed, look around, like who was with you, how did it feel, bring those feelings up. That's a great way to practice visualization. And then as far as visualizing the future, some people go, well, I know what those things look like, but I haven't seen that future, right? I don't know what that looks like. But it's, again, about your imagination. It's not a psychic moment, or it can be, but that's not the point of it. So I always like to recommend, go online if you don't know exactly what that looks like, and Google search or go on Pinterest and search for the things that you want to manifest and find images of those things and study those images, look at them, get an understanding of what that looks like. I love also going on YouTube and finding home tours of luxury houses and watching those, and like you see in video form just taking you through these beautiful houses, and you can take aspects of what you're seeing in those videos and go, oh, I really like how this looked in this house. Like, let me integrate that into this visualization. So just really studying the images so that you can paint those images in your mind, just like you can paint the images of a past experience you've had. So that is huge. Another part of visualization that I really like to emphasize on is incorporating all of your senses. And I talked about this a bit last time. So as you're going through that morning or whatever piece of your life you're most drawn to, one of the things that I do in my guided visualization, which I just posted to my channel, you can go check that out, is like I say, as you're getting out of your bed, like look down at your feet. Envision what your feet look like. Look down at your feet and look at it on the floor. Like what texture is the floor? What's the temperature of the floor? And just trying to really envision those sensations. I also like to guide people into, like, go get a cup of coffee or whatever your favorite beverage is. Now in that visualization, take a sip of that beverage. You know what that beverage tastes like. Feel the counters of your future home. What does that smooth, like granite, whatever those countertops are made of, what does that feel like? You can envision that. Different smells, different senses. Just bring all of your senses in that you can, because again, if you've experienced some of these things, you can bring those sensations into your current reality just by thinking of them. So
that is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, because actually a lot of what I've learned in terms of how to visualize, I learned from Oh My Annie videos back when I started, long before I started this YouTube channel. And I love what you just said there about how, sometimes it can feel hard. And I know that I used to find it difficult to visualize as well. So anyone who has had a go at visualization and visualizing your future home, your dream life, a moment in your future, there's so many of these different law of attraction visualization techniques, right? Anyone who's struggled and found that it's all just a bit blurry, or maybe you can't pick between how you want it to look. I've been there, and the more you know about how to do it, the better, but also just with practice, right? Like I see visualization as a muscle that we're very good at using when we were children. You know, children can go into a whole daydream and can create a whole fantasy world, can't they? With no limits. They never run out of ideas. And maybe as adults, sometimes we've just got a bit rusty. We're just out of practice from using that imagination muscle. With visualization, maybe just a little bit of practice. And by the way, Annie, I have been doing your visualization meditation, the guided one that you recently uploaded to YouTube. Thank you so much. I adore it.
Yay!
It's really helping me to get clear on my dream home.
I love that. Yeah, I definitely put an emphasis on the dream home part because that's always what I'm mostly drawn to. But I'm happy that you love it and that other people have been loving it, because that is pretty much the exact thing that I just guide myself through if I'm just sitting in silence and visualizing. So it's cool that I can take that, exactly what I do, and help other people with that experience.
First you visualize, and then you use scripting almost to kind of double down on it or get even clearer. And I really love that. I went to a workshop a few years ago, and that was the first time I was ever guided through visualizing what my dream home looked like. And because it was the first time I'd ever done it, I really had no idea what that dream home looked like. And so it was tricky. But then after we did the guided visualization, then we were told, okay, now sit down for 10-15 minutes and write about it. Like, write it down on a piece of paper, what you saw. And I've just realized it's basically what you do. You start with visualization, then you put the pen to paper, and you kind of immortalize it in writing. It's like full circle now that you're talking about this. You know, it's incredible.
Synchronicities.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I was thinking today, you know, there was a time when I had no idea what my vision for my future looked like. I was remembering back to how I felt about myself, how I felt about what I was doing in life. And I feel like having that vision actually gives me more energy every day. If we're talking about how the law of attraction is like this spiritual thing, which it is, but for those who are a little bit more logical minded people, even just the fact that every single day, if you're focusing your energy there, like, it energizes me to make another YouTube video, to you know, help one more client get started, to, you know, put more work into what I want to create, because I'm excited about what's on the other side of that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I didn't have that before.
Absolutely. I feel the exact same way, because I used to have no idea what I wanted my future to look like. And you're just like going through life confused, like, what is happening? Life's just happening to me. So having that vivid understanding of the direction you're heading is so powerful. And also knowing that you're allowed to change your mind at any moment. Whatever you write down and whatever you visualize, some people I think hold back too, because they're like, I don't want to start manifesting something because what if I don't actually want this? You're allowed to change your mind. It's not set in stone. It actually helps you to start. Even if you change your mind down the road, you're gonna start and you're going to gain understanding of what it is you actually do want. So just know that as well.
Thank you for saying that.
And also I wanted to put out there, this is a mix for the logical and the spiritual, and I know some people are also just a combination of both, but the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vivid visualization. We may have said this in a past video, but it cannot tell the difference between a vivid visualization and reality. So if you're constantly painting that picture in your mind, your subconscious mind wants what you're seeing and what you're envisioning to be congruent. So it is going to seek out all the opportunities and all of the things that you might be missing otherwise. It's going to seek those things out to make your reality and your subconscious visualization and your visualizations, you know, aligned. Match.
Yeah,
there we
aligned.
go. Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Annie. Well, if you enjoyed this video, I know that you're gonna love Annie's channel. And like I also said, I highly recommend her guided visualization for anyone who's brand new to visualization, or even if you're, you know, quite the pro. It's a really beautiful guided meditation just to take you around a moment, a morning in your future life.
Yeah.
And it gets me excited every time I do it. So definitely check out her channel, check out that video. Was there anything else you wanted to share before we wrap up?
I've just received a few comments that have been very powerful from that guided visualization, and a lot of people were like, usually I can't visualize, I can't meditate, but I stayed engaged the entire experience. So that was super powerful to hear. So definitely check it out. And also check out the collaboration. We're doing another video on my channel as well. So Lucie's going to share a lot of her manifestation secrets. Some you may know, some you may not. Gotta go see.
Great. Thanks again, Annie. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And before you go, hit my subscribe button and ring my bell so you never miss another video. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
It's lovely doing this with you, by the way.
You too. And I think our audiences love it too. I had a lot of people saying like, what a great team.
Yeah, wasn't one of the comments like, can you guys just be best friends?
Yeah.
Or something? So cute.